it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
That mid-range weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Durant is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Anthony Morrow. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And Durant gets it to go.
Right. Let's go.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Carter Williams with it. Westbrook picks him up. Back to Carter Williams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Middleton kicks to Vasquez. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Westbrook passes to Durant. From 15 feet away. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Middleton. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
The Bucks making a switch here. Bayless is checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Singler's checked in.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Thunder ball. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Durant got a piece of it. Pass to Singler. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Bayless. And nothing is falling for him right now. And Robertson kicks to Singler. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here's the fast break. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply. You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Parker's shot is off.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
Yeah, he did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has to.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And Westbrook, here we go, makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket. In 15 shot attempts.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
That is good.
A basket by Michael Carter-Williams.
The Thunder leading by 17. Outside Durant, uncovered. The rebound by Middleton.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Parker dishes to Monroe. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Adams kicks to Singler. Left side Durant. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Bayless has got 4 points in the quarter. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Westbrook drives in. Took him no time at all on that one.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and use...
Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
The Thunder leading by 14. Left side Durant. Baseline jumper. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. For 3, Middleton. And that's going to be a travel.
A foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Jared Bayless. Here's Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 17 points for Kevin Durant.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they've buried it.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Ibaka comes in for Singler, and it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Bucks trail by 16. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
Middleton on the wing. He kicks it to Carter-Williams. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. It's stolen by Foy. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Ball going up court. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Stolen by Middleton. The pull-up. Carter-Williams with another miss.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Got that one up quick. 23 points for Kevin Durant.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Mayo. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. The Thunder leading by 18. Here's Foy. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Bucks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And that one falls for Monroe.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. John Henson comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vasquez in for Michael Carter-Williams.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Bucks trail by 18. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
The feed to Plumlee. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Here's Foy.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Pull-up jumper. Can't hit. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting, up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
Here we go, one-on-one. Shot from 16. Shot by Mayo is no good. Oklahoma City leading by 17. And Waiters with the stuff.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Stolen by Cantor. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Free throw good, Serge Ibaka. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's on to Tacumbo, and the layup is good. On to Tacumbo's got 14 points.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thunder lead by 18. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson. A tremendous.
Some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
What a performance from Durant here. He has 23 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Parker out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Adams. Roberson the pass to Adams. Durant for 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Carter Williams. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And here again, the Thunder in transition. Up the court they go. Oh!
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro. And it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was in.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
And Westbrook, here we go. Misses the wing J. The Bucks have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that one's good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Ibaka, this is to Westbrook. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The 3 ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Good.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And good on the basket. Book it. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 18-4 run right now.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Inside, here's Westbrook. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure. That makes it 4 turnovers for him now. He's just been lazy with the ball in his hands, fellas.
Jared Bayless is checked in for Milwaukee. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Carter Williams with the bucket.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Durant for 3. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Middleton, and it's blocked by Adams. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Durant's running. Here's Roberson. Westbrook kicks to Durant. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Bucks. Vasquez comes in for Michael Carter Williams. Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
To the wing on the left. Parker drives in, and it's blocked by Adams.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And he commits the intentional foul. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Jabari Parker. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Cantor's checked in. They need this. And Bayless with the basket, the assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players. just because of how he approaches the game. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Oklahoma City, Anthony Morrow's checked in for Singler. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
To the middle. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Waiter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And the basket by Morrow.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Durant with it, and it's Ensign picking him up. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Shoots from 14. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Clearly a mental lapse and at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
And Durant, here we go. And he gets that one to go. 48.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Of their last field goals have come from the paint. That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
From past the arc, and that one's good. Durant's got 51.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen. Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball moving out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Plumlee with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D's just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
The pass to Henson, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Thunder. Foy, the pass to Waiters. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Milwaukee has gotten off to a very slow start. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
The Bucks making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee ball.
Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's tipped. Here's Morrow, guarded by Mayo. Here's Foy. The rebound by the Bucks. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Foy, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Thunder out in front, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens. Here in the fourth. The Bucks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Payne out there with Anthony Morrow. Then it's Kyle Singley. Then there's Nick Collison. And it's McGarry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ennis dishes to Bayless. It's good. The assist had time for Ennis. The Thunder shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. 11 feet away and off the left side of the rim, and it's... swirls in for him. Payne's got 4 points now in the quarter. Vaughn, the pass to Plumlee. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's McGarry. Singler outside. Lets it go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Payne. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the side. Size equation.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. An easy 2 points on the layup. Durant's got 55.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Good, and the assist goes to Collison. 59 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Knocks it loose. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
John Henson's checked in for Plumlee. Durant just inside the line, and again, no good by Oklahoma City. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. That's tipped. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From 18 feet away, and it's Bayless in the corner. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. That is good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Vaughn can't get it to go. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy. The moment, make it last just a little longer.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Roberson, he's checked in for Durant. Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA. And he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a smart offensively. You go see Jared.
Shoots from the right block, and there's Payne. That's good on the... assist from Robertson.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here. With that basket, that's now 8 of the last 10 points they've surrendered coming on fast breaks.
And they just look asleep out there in terms of transition, not showing nearly enough urgency in getting back. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Fires the three. But they recover it. Collison. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Right through the D for the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Here's Roberson. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Durant's checked in for Payne. The Bucks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. Hits the front of the rim and out.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
The shot's good from Henson. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Durant, here we go.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's sent back by McGarry. And another fast break for Oklahoma City. Thunder running. And then Durant with the dunk.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
And the Bucks with possession. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Vaughn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And then Durant with the jam.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
The finish rips down the breakaway slam.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
And the basket good.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
Oklahoma City dictating the flow. And Henson sends it back. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Plumlee, he's checked in for O'Brien. Mayo comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Vasquez in for Vaughn. And then for Oklahoma City, Cantor checked in for Mitch McGarry. Morrow comes in for Roberson. And it's Foy in for Nick Collison.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
O'Brien, he's checked in for Milwaukee. For 3, Durant. Oklahoma City gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Milwaukee with the ball. To the paint, intercepted. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17, also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kevin Durant. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
.105 left in the fourth quarter. Tries to keep it alive, but they'll get another chance. Second chance shot again, Oklahoma City.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wasted no time on that one.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Oh!
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And now Durant running the floor, galloping all by himself.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
I think he's got to find another way to contribute, Kevin, besides looking to shoot the ball. I mean, he just can't get anything to bounce his way this quarter, so he's got to do other things.
Bryant. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three. Foy. No good there. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.